Suzhou Porcelain Insulator Works Company Limited, SPIW, is headquartered in China, located at the Singapore Suzhou Industrial Park. SPIW is the principal business enterprise of Suzhou Chuang Yuan Investment Group. The company was founded in 1936 and expanded in 1959 with the merger of three companies becoming Suzhou Electric Porcelain Factory. In October 2003, SPIW becomes principal business enterprise of Suzhou Chuang Yuan Investment Group. The company, with registered capital of $7.3 million and total assets of $120 million, covers an area of 432 acres, building area of 240 acres. The company's headquarters at the Industrial Park specializes in the manufacture of porcelain suspension insulators, porcelain station post insulators, and porcelain housing insulators. Two wholly owned branch facilities in the Suzhou Shangcheng District and Suqian City manufacture 220 kilovolt and lower voltage porcelain post insulators. The main products include 10,000 pounds to 125,000 pounds AC/DC disc porcelain suspension insulators, AC 1000 kilovolt, DC 800 kilovolt, and below porcelain station post insulators, 145 kilovolt and below porcelain line post insulators, electric railway and urban rail transit porcelain insulators, and porcelain wall bushings. Since 1995, SPIW has more than 10 years of consecutive experience as a high-tech enterprise in the Jiangsu province, establishing our own municipal-level technology and research center for high-grade porcelain insulators and engaged in the design, formulation of raw materials for insulator products, process, tooling design, and test of product. Over the years, SPIW has won more than 10 national patents, with various products and the accompanying technology obtaining the honorary certificate of department, provincial, and municipal awards. Products registered trademark as Lightning brand in 2008 was identified as the famous trademark of Jiangsu province. In 1996, SPIW passed the ISO 9001 International Quality Management System certification. In 2005, SPIW took industry-leading actions by implementing an enterprise resource management ERP system to achieve efficient management of product traceability and provide a systematic software support platform. The company's suspension insulator manufacturing department, isostatic production facility, Shangcheng branch, are each equipped with a complete manufacturing system, resulting in annual output of 3 million pieces of disc porcelain suspension insulators, 150,000 pieces of 110 kilovolt and above station post insulators, 5,000 pieces of 110 to 220 kilovolt porcelain housing, and hundreds of thousands of small and medium-sized post insulators. The inspected raw materials are processed in ball mills. There are 32 15-ton and 3 8-ton ball mills used for suspension insulators. These ball mills can be divided into 4 independent systems, allowing the processing of raw materials for different formulas. 1,100,000 pounds of material can be produced daily, within the specified proportion. New material passes through 60/250 mesh sieves into the raw material tank and is blended with reclaimed materials of the same formula. The slurry is sent to mesh screening and metallic removal through a series of pneumatic diaphragm pumps. The slurry is twice passed through 300 mesh and 200 mesh sieves, as well as 3 times through metallic removal. Qualified slurry is sent to the mud press machine, respectively, by 4 independent pumping systems. There are 24 mud press machines with diameters to 750 millimeters, capable of processing 1,100,000 pounds of compound per day. The clay tablets are held for 24 hours before they are processed through one of the 5 vacuum Pug Mills. We have 5 pieces vacuum Pug Mills now, 2 for 630 millimeters, 3 for 500 millimeters. 1,100,000 pounds mud body are made daily. 5 suspension molding lines utilize microcomputer control to help assure process quality. Each line is capable of producing 700 to 1,200 pieces daily. 9 540 square foot and 6 320 square foot microcomputer-controlled gas drying rooms allow daily output of blanks to reach 10,000 pieces. After inspection, the blanks move through 2 semi-automatic glazing lines in preparation processing in the kilns. 2 280-foot fully automated microcomputer-controlled gas tunnel kilns along with 3 1,300 square foot fully automated microcomputer-controlled gas shuttle kilns can produce up to 2.9 million pounds of suspension pieces per month. Porcelain discs are inspected visually and dimensionally. 36,000 pounds and above discs are subjected to hydraulic pressure testing and in preparation for assembly and vibration cementing. SPIW has 4 vibration cementing lines, 32 pieces, 320-foot 2 steam curing rooms, capable of producing over 250,000 suspension insulators per month. After assembly, the product undergoes routine cleaning, tensile load, and electrical test. After being qualified, the completed insulators proceed to packing, batch sampling inspection, and then to inventory. SPIW produces station post insulators to meet the market demand, with each the wet forming processing and dry isostatic process. Wet process produces pugs of varying diameters, which are dried under controlled conditions prior to the turning process, then proceed to further drying in preparation for glazing. Wet processing of post insulator. Before glazing wet forming products into the drying room drying, the dry forming technology starts with a slurry which is then processed into a dry powder through a technique known as spray drying. The isostatic pressing equipment places the powder under high pressure, which forms dry blanks. The blanks are then turned, inspected, and prepared for glazing, including the addition of the binding sand. Dry trimming. Glazing in wet or dry forming products. Binding on insulator ends with sand. The firing process is done in large shuttle kilns, all of which are controlled by microprocessors, allowing for precision temperature control. After the porcelain is qualified, assembly is conducted in a manner which assures proper height and parallel surfaces. Binding post-insulator porcelain. All materials receive strict inspection, including raw materials, physical and chemical analysis, metal fitting dimensional inspection and defect detection. Metal fitting defect detection. Adhesive checks are done to assure proper compliance to specification. Process of mud index test. Firing scale test, blank test, and porcelain pieces are visually and dimensionally inspected. Units with ratings above 36,000 pounds and above undergo a water pressure test. Routine tensile loads are conducted. Each unit receives standard electrical testing as required by standards. Additionally, spot checks are conducted for appearance, dimension, and temperature cycling tests. Suspension insulators receive combined mechanical and electrical failure loading tests. Locking pin tests and galvanizing inspections are conducted along with porcelain porosity testing. Porcelain porosity test. Insulator impulse breakdown test in the air. Power frequency puncture withstand voltage test. Porcelain post-insulator and finished product inspection process and equipment introduction. Each piece of porcelain receives appearance and dimensional inspection. Routine bending load tests are conducted. Product spot checks for appearance and dimensional quality along temperature cycling tests are conducted. Form and position tolerance test. Bending failure load test. According to the ANSI standard, station insulator undergoes tensile failure load test, galvanizing test, and porcelain porosity tests. SPIW maintains an R&D center with capabilities to conduct suspension and station post insulator type testing, including power frequency voltage testing, lightning impulse testing, radio interference testing, steep wave impulse testing, thermal mechanical testing, and torsion testing, etc. SPIW products are used for applications on transmission lines, in substations, power plants, and electric railways. SPIW global exports include more than 40 countries and regions. They have been awarded the prestigious Jiangsu Province Export Trustworthy Enterprise title. SPIW strives for continuous improvement in manufacturing. Focus on providing high-quality porcelain insulators to a worldwide market.